Welcome. This is Spotlight again. I'm Pastor Dan. And for the month of April, we're looking at answers to prayer. If you enjoy just hearing answers to prayer, this is a good series. We'll wrestle with some of the questions, and we'll start with that a little bit today. But I'll just tell you one that I've enjoyed. This story came, first of all, from Pastor Dwight Nelson, my friend. We've grown up together, pastor at Andrews Pioneer Memorial Church. And he tells a story about a Romanian pastor who had a little kitten. But one day that little kitten got outside and went up on a tree. They tried everything to get that kitten to come down, but it wouldn't come. So finally he brought his truck. He tied a rope to the tree, to the bumper of the truck, and then he would pull the truck, and that would make the tree bend. And he would get out and try to reach the cat. A little more, move the truck, move it a little. One time he went too far, and that rope stretched and the rope broke. So with that tension, the tree went boing, and that little kitten went flying over the house. They looked all over the neighborhood for a week for that little kitten. Couldn't find the kitten. Where did that little kitten go? Week later, he's in a market, sees one of his church members. He looks in her basket. See, we check you out. And he's looking at her basket, and she has cat food. He said, "You hate cats. What are you doing with cat food in here?" "Oh," she said, "Pastor, I hate cats, yes. But my little girl has been bugging me nonstop for a kitten. I finally said, you pray to God, and if God gives you a kitten, we'll let you keep it." See, I looked out the window one afternoon, and here she was kneeling in the yard praying for a kitten. And that very minute, a kitten came flying through the air and landed in our yard. That cat. I don't understand how these stories work. What are the odds that a little girl is praying for a kitten and at the same time the rope breaks and the cat goes flying? Does God do it that way all the time? No. Does he want to do it once in a while? At what I call crossroad certain moments. That there's a moment when God does something, steps into our world, does something special. Not because he wants you to think that he'll do that all the time, every day, but he wants you to know that he's still around, that he's still God, that he still has got the power to do it. But in a sense, he's doing it all the time. Life is from God, and he is blessing us in the shadows all the time. He has to be careful. If he is too overt and too obvious, you don't have any choice. Look what I saw. You cannot deny what your eyes have seen. So therefore we have to believe. God always has to find that line between giving you enough to help you believe, but not enough to make you believe. As one writer says, to woo us, but not to coerce. So watch for God in the shadows. Most of the time, he doesn't have cats flying through the air. Most of the time, if you want a pet, you got to collect the money and go to the pet store. And it's still a blessing and it's still a gift from God, but it's not a cat flying through the air. We're thankful for those times that God chooses to step in. And so we know that there is still a God. But people of faith learn to see God in the shadows. I encourage you to try that this week. Just to look and see where God might be. The unbeliever doesn't see it. And they have every right to do that. And God doesn't force them to believe against their will. But you and I say, I think that was God. And someday we'll have a chance to ask him face to face and look at the record to see where the angels and where God stepped in and when he had to hide in the shadows. So this is Spotlight, and we're looking at answers to prayer. And don't expect the cats to come flying, but know that God is in your life, and he's listening, and he's doing the best he can in an appropriate way to add value and richness and blessings to your life. God bless you. Thank you for watching Spotlight. We're so excited about this. We hope that you'll subscribe and so you'll get all of them. And please just forward it on to others and tell other people about it. And let's just see what kind of an audience we can get for these messages of Spotlight. God bless you.